All right, let's get into something really cool today. We're going to build our very own private AI, one that can read your personal documents, understand them, and answer your questions about them. And the best part, we're going to do it all using free, powerful open source tools. So let's just dive right in and see how this all comes together.
So let me just ask you this. Have you ever wished you had a personal AI assistant? You know, one that could just chew through reports, PDFs, any file you give it, but, and this is the big but, without you having to upload your private data to some company's cloud or get locked into another monthly subscription? Well, that is exactly what we're building today.
And we're not talking about some half-baked concept here. The agent we're about to create is 100% private. It runs entirely on your local machine. It works even if you're completely offline. It uses this incredible stack of free open-source software. And, you're going to love this, it's a low-code setup. You don't have to be a programming genius to get this thing working.
Okay, so to make this magic happen, we need a toolkit. Think of it as the dream team for our local AI. There are 3 key pieces of software that are going to work together to create our intelligent agent. Let's meet them. First up is a tool called N8N. The best way to think about this is as the orchestrator, or maybe the central nervous system. It's a low-code platform where we can visually drag and drop nodes, connect everything together, and basically build the logic, the brain of our AI, without writing a bunch of complicated code. Next, we've got Qdrant. This is our AI's long-term memory. It's a special kind of open-source database called a vector database, and its whole job is to store the meaning of your documents, not just the words, so the AI can find and recall the right piece of information in an instant. And finally, the engine itself, a llama. This thing is brilliant. It's a tool that lets you download and run incredibly powerful large language models. These are the actual brains behind the whole operation, right on your own computer. This is what gives our agent its ability to reason and have a conversation. Okay, so we've got these 3 powerful tools. How in the world do we get them all working together? You might be thinking this is the complicated part, but it's actually shockingly simple, all thanks to a pre-configured starter kit that really does all the heavy lifting for us. The entire setup really just boils down to these 3 simple steps. You clone a project from GitHub, you open that folder in your terminal, and you run one single command. That one command uses Docker to fire up N8, Qdrant, and a llama, all perfectly configured to talk to each other right out of the box. It's fantastic. So, with our foundation all set up, the next critical step is to teach our AI how to learn. This means we're going to build a workflow that takes any document you upload and gets it ready for the AI's memory. Now, what's actually happening under the hood here is pretty fascinating. When you upload a file, it doesn't just get saved. First, it gets broken down into smaller, more manageable chunks. Then, a special kind of AI model called an embedding model reads each chunk and turns it into a set of numbers, a vector. Think of it like a unique digital fingerprint that captures the meaning of that text. And then all those fingerprints get stored in our Qdrant memory. Now, this is a really important point. We're actually using 2 different types of AI models. The embedding model. Think of that as a super efficient librarian. Its only job is to read everything, understand it, and organize it perfectly on the shelves. Then you have the chat model. That's like a subject matter expert you can talk to. They're the one who actually uses the librarian's system to find the right book and give you a smart answer. They have different jobs, but they work together perfectly. And the best part is, you're not locked in. The whole system is super flexible. If you want to try a new librarian or a different expert, you don't need to be a coder. You can just open up the Docker desktop app and pull new open source models right into Allama with a click. It's that easy. Okay, so our AI can read documents, and it can remember them. The final step is to build the actual brain of the operation, the part that ties your question, the document memory, and that chat model all together. So we jump back into NN's visual builder, and it's kind of like snapping Legos together. The user's message comes in. That message goes to a tool called a vector store retriever, which instantly searches our Qdrant database for the most relevant fingerprints. Then, that useful info, along with your original question, gets handed over to the chat model, which crafts the final answer for you. So, with all the pieces connected, our AI is ready for action. But before we see the final result, I want to cover a quick pro tip for a really common error you might run into. And trust me, seeing this error is actually a fantastic learning opportunity. Sooner or later, especially if you start experimenting with different embedding models, you might see a pretty intimidating-looking error pop up after you've already uploaded some documents. But don't worry, it is super easy to fix once you understand what it's telling you.
The error will look something just like this. It's going to start talking about a vector dimension mismatch. I know it sounds super technical and complicated, but I promise the concept behind it is actually incredibly simple.
A vector dimension is just the digital fingerprint size that your embedding model, your librarian, creates. See, different models create different sized fingerprints. Some might be small, some might be large. This error is just the system telling you, hey, the new librarian you hired is trying to find fingerprints that are a different size than the ones we already have on file from the old librarian. That's it. They just have to match.
And the fix is piece of cake. First, you just make sure your N&N workflow is officially using the new embedding model you want. Then you pop over to the Qdrant dashboard and just delete the old collection of documents. That's it. The next time you upload files, they'll get stored with the correct new fingerprint size, and that error will be gone for good.
And with that, you're done. Your private local AI is fully operational. It can take in new documents and answer questions using only the knowledge inside them. You can even generate a little snippet of code to embed this chat widget right on your own personal website.
And this really gets to the heart of it. As the source material says so well, this whole setup is so powerful precisely because it combines all these amazing, best-in-class free and open source tools together. You're getting the power of a super sophisticated AI system, but with 100% of the control and privacy in your hands. So that really just leaves us with one final thought. Now that you have the blueprint to build a personal AI that can learn from literally any document you give it, what are you going to create? The possibilities are absolutely endless.